To divide a fraction, you turn the second fraction upside down, which is called the reciprocal, and change the divide into multiplication. So for this equation here, it would become 3/4 multiplied by 3 over 2. So I've flipped or made a reciprocal for the second fraction. The reciprocal of 2/3 is 3 over 2, and changed the divide into multiplication. Those two things that I've changed mean I still get the same answer. Now I just multiply. So one of the good things about fractions is we never really divide fractions because that's hard to think about. We multiply instead. We turn divisions into multiplications. So in this question here, I've got 3 times 3, well that's 9, and 4 times 2, that's 8. Finished. So what it means is if I've got 3/4 and I divide it by 2/3, I get 9/8. I could actually change it into a mixed number as well if I wanted to. So 9 divided by 8 goes 1 time and 1 remainder. So 9/8 is a good answer, and so is 1 1/8. They both mean the same amount of stuff. Okay, here's some questions for you to try. What you should do is pause the video so you can still see the questions on the screen. Have a go at the questions, and then when you're finished, continue with the video to see what my answers are. Here are my answers. What you should do now is pause the video and check to see if your answers match mine. If they all match, that's good, that means you've understood. If they don't, you need to watch the rest of the video so you can see how I worked this out. Okay, so let's look at finding the answers to these. So 5/9 divided by 2/9 is the same as 5/9 multiplied by 9 over 2. So every time I do division, I'm going to put the reciprocal of the second fraction, 2/9 will become 9 over 2, and swap the divide to multiply. Then I look to multiply. Now with multiplying I can cancel, so 9 goes into 9 once, and 9 goes into 9 once. Nothing else will cancel because 5 won't go into 2 or 1, or 1's the smallest number you can get anyway for fractions when you're doing this. And so that means I can just finally multiply out again and see what the final answer is. So 5 times 1 is 5, 1 times 2 is 2. So that's 5 over 2. If I was putting that as a mixed number, I'd say 5 divided by 2 goes 2 times, 1 left over. So 5 over 2 is the same as 2.5. And that's the answer for 5/9 divided by 2/9. Let's look at the next question. 14/12 divided by 7/8. I'm going to write that as 14/12 multiplied by 8 over 7. Again, the reciprocal of the second number multiplied instead. Can I cancel anything? Yes. Well, 7 goes into 14 2 times, 7 goes into 7 once. 4 goes into 8 twice, 4 goes into 12 3 times. So that means I've now got 2 times 2 on the top, which gives 4, and underneath that 3 times 1 is 3. Or I could write that as 1 1/3, because 4 divided by 3, it goes 1 time and 1 remainder. So let's look at the next question. 3/4 divided by 12/10. 3/4 multiplied by 10/12. Can anything cancel? Well, there's a couple of things, like 3 goes into itself once and into 12 4 times. 2 goes into 4 2 times and into 10 5 times. So now I've got 1 times 5 and 2 times 4. And I get 5 for the numerator and 2 4s are 8 for the denominator. In the last question, 7/9 divided by 21/18, that will become 7/9 multiplied by 18 over 21. Cancelling, well, let's see, 9 goes into 9 once and into 18 twice. 7 goes into 7 once and into 21 3 times. So that means I've now got 1 times 2 on the top and 1 times 3 on the bottom. If you're not sure about any of the things I've gone through here, you need to discuss it with your teacher.